talking about, Nate? Hold on. Let me say it again for the folks that just came in. We are on episode 25 of these cyber talks. We invite guests. Sorry for my alarm. I'm gonna get you in and out of here today. I got a hard stop, and we got a special guest coming through, y'all. We got a major coming through. I got a major. I got a major coming through. If you don't know what the topic is today, we are talking about purple teaming. What's that, Nate? What's purple teaming? Stick around, you're gonna find out. We're gonna get you right today. So we are broadcasting on YouTube. We are live on YouTube right now. And we want to know about purple teaming. We want to ask questions. I got a special guest that I brought in today who is going to educate you on purple teaming, the goods, the bads, the pros, the cons, whatever you need to know. What's up, Jacob? What's up, Joshua? Y'all, welcome in. This is a cybersecurity group. This is a cybersecurity live stream. So if you are into cybersecurity, if you are wanting to be in cybersecurity, what's up, Ray? Ray, what's good, bro? We just chopping it up real quick before we go crazy out here. We're doing purple teaming today, bro. So I think you're gonna like this one. I think you're gonna like it a lot. Let me go ahead and get the scene set up so that way, everyone, I'm inviting folks up. So if you want to come up and talk, yeah, what's going on, gang? Let me switch this up real quick. Let me add our normal setup here. So we do panels. If this is your first time here, we do panels, and we like those panels, boy. Them panels, they just got something going on. They got something going on. We want to know what's going on. Folks are coming through, chatting with us. What's up, Sid? Yeah, I know you gotta go handle your business, bro. Come back if the meeting ends soon. What's up, Roman? What's good, bro? Anyone want to come up and chat with us before the special guest arrives? Feel free. If you just want to come up and say what's up, cool. You know, we sometimes take tangents here. We like to take tangents. What's up, Kevin? What's good, bro? Welcome in. It's your first time to this live. We talk about cybersecurity. Today's topic, we're talking about purple teaming, and it's going to be a hot topic. I got a special guest coming through. All right, you know what, Roman? Since you asked, let me go ahead and pull up the special guest information. Here it is, y'all. You ask, and I'm delivering. We got Raz coming through. If y'all don't know Raz, he's on fire. On biggest place where he's at right now is X. You can find him on X, and he is going bananas. He's also on TikTok, crushing the game. What's up, Terry Kister? What's good, y'all? Welcome in. What's up, Big? Yo, you work in cybersecurity, but you're looking for a new job. I have my Security Plus and 3 years of experience. Bro, stick around, Big, because we got some good information for you, bro. We have a special guest, as you can see, that's going to be talking about purple teaming. What's up, Samir? What's good, bro? Welcome in. And if you've never been to my live streams before, we like to go panels. So I need you to come up, but Big. I need you and other folks to come through and come ask those questions. Any questions that you have, or even talk a little bit about what you're doing and maybe what your next steps are. And perhaps special guest might be able to lend you some guidance. This special guest is deep into the space. As you can see, he's an instructor. As you can see, he's into purple teaming, and he's gonna break that down today. So we're just hanging around until I see him pop up into the building. I do have a hard stop in an hour, so I'm gonna get y'all in and out of here. Believe that. You can believe that. What's up, young man? What's up? Let's see who else is in here. So, y'all, share out the live. This is what's going to get more folks in. This is going to get more people who can speak to these topics, participate, even some experienced folks. to even emerging. What's up, Nonso? And then let's try to get the likes up, y'all. See, we're at 400. Let's try to pump in 1,000. Once you hit 1,000, they start letting folks flood in, just checking it out. So we don't know who needs this. I think that the folks who are looking to break into cybersecurity is needed here. We also need folks who are looking to specifically get into red teaming, blue teaming, and more importantly, purple teaming. Like we need all these folks in here. Thanks for the finger heart, Techno. Appreciate you. What's up, Tiana? What's good? What's good? Welcoming folks up. Feel free to accept. Oh, I just let somebody up, y'all. Let's see what Techno is talking about. Or I tried to. Techno, if you wanna, let me make sure. Let me try again. Yo.
No, I'm here.
Okay, I got you.
Can you hear me okay?
I got you loud and clear. How you doing?
How's it going, man?
It's good.
I don't.
Oh,
Good. I don't normally jump in on these. I've been in cybersecurity for about 15 years now.
Nice. Are you in mute? Or I can't hear you anymore.
So we were just talking in a meeting this morning about one of the, like, what?
Oh yeah, go ahead. I think there might be a small delay on my end.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Yeah, we were talking this morning about like the number one, biggest concern out there on the FBI's report this year was ransomware, but the number two was business email compromise. And I think that's a great topic for this kind of forum.
Yeah, the email path. I agree. All the social engineering that's happening today, it's just gotten more sophisticated with all of the AI, the introduction of AI, and folks getting better at social engineering, causing those business email compromises to occur. And is that some of the talking points around social engineering, or was there other points around email security?
I think that's perfect. I think it's a good interlude. Because we used to tell people, put your mouse over the link or hold down the link on your phone and it'll come up and say where that link's really going. But it's not the case anymore. That's all spoofed too. I think probably the best advice we can give people now is, trust but verify. If somebody calls up and asking for a bunch of money and they say they're the CEO, text or call the CEO or their assistant. Make sure that that's really them doing that.
I like that, bro. I like that. And what I've been seeing in the space is never trust, always verify. So if you get something that looks funny, if you get something that looks perfect, but language is right, but then they're asking you to do something that you've never done before, you have to verify that. You have to go see what's going on.
Now, I would say you're 100% on that, but I like the sentiment that you're going with. But the words never trust, every relationship is based on trust. And if you have no trust for the information coming from your CEO, I think there's bigger issues.
Hey, you know what? I think that you raised up a good balance act of the reality, and the reality is that we need, in order for any security teams and people to exist, we need the business to exist. So the business is first and foremost, and the business drivers, the goals, the mission, all the technology that is in the environment needs to align with those initiatives. So I agree 100%. It's the culture. Like, it's a culture discussion at the end of the day, where we have to ensure that folks are that security awareness piece is surfacing up daily, annually, monthly. It's a thing within the environment.
I've seen some teams do security awareness on a weekly basis. But honestly, this platform is perfect for bringing up kinds of email strategies that are going on, things to look out for, maybe some explanation on why people aren't really requiring password resets so much anymore on a timely basis. It used to be you had to reset your password every 90 days, but NIST and a lot of the other frameworks have kind of gone away from that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, seriously. And um cracking down on the whole password situation and leaning more into like pass phrases. And I agree, like, there is the amount of time that we need to rotate the password, but the complexity of the password these days, like, folks are still using something common that's out there, and it has already um it's a very commonly used password.
So there is a nice little problem that Microsoft created when they decided to bring in some of their Office security suite. They call it Intune
Yep.
and Defender. These tools they claim will enforce password complexity, but they don't. They don't. You can put a list of banned words and it will take password length over those banned words.
Mm. Mm. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, let me reset the room.
So
I see a
I've
couple people
seen
came
where
in.
people will just type in A through Z, all lowercase, and that is more complex password,
Exactly.
which is false. It's not. That's not complex.
So, hey, look, we have our special guest in the
I saw
building.
in the comments that people are trying to move to password less.
Yeah.
Right? You guys are trying to think about that, but honestly, that requires so much microsegmentation to a ZTNA, like a zero trust network authentication, where you're treating every endpoint like an authentication point. So if that's not in place for the organization, passwordless is not a good idea.
That's good too. Um, because of their Microsoft even pushes a passwordless option a lot these days.
They're trying to keep up with the agenda, but honestly, unless you're set up right, and it's not just Microsoft, Microsoft can't live everywhere in your environment. In fact, a lot of people will tell you Microsoft and the word security really don't live in the same space.
Ouch. Ugh. Oof. Got me. Man, that's a tough one. Just because of all the different things that Microsoft is doing on the security side. I think that folks, like, we have a lot of environments that are heavy into Microsoft, and some of them are, like you're saying, they're not leveraging the native built-in Microsoft capabilities, and they are leaning on other solutions to get the job done. And so I don't disagree with what you just said. It's just one of those realities that um, there's folks that just need to also skill up, and there's a gap in skills today, and especially when it comes to leveraging the Microsoft capabilities. So that's one area.
Well, honestly, Microsoft's capabilities are the thing that's leveling up. They're the one they're getting better, but really, how long are we going to wait for Microsoft to get as good as some of their competitors and have that gap in security?
I One great topic, bro. Great topic. And uh the reality to what you're talking about is there are certain areas that need to be protected, and there's tooling out there, there's solutions out there that can accomplish this better, more efficiently, and even the support side of it is better. And uh So, and then sometimes let's talk about like the cost. Like if you want to introduce Microsoft Security Copilot into the environment, it's an arm and a leg to introduce that. But if you have other solutions, other folks are leaning into other solutions to bring in those AI capabilities that SOC analysts can use.
So I'll put it out there. One of the best SIMs, one of the best alerting tools out there is CrowdStrike. Always has been, always will be. They did a bad thing once, but honestly, they've more than fixed, and they're still top on my list. For to get Microsoft's equivalent, my company has spent twice what it would cost them to bring in CrowdStrike, just because they've decided, we've got Microsoft and we pay extra for their security stuff. Let's also hire another team of or company to come in and implement and manage that for us. So we're paying twice as much for a tool that is half as good as what the best tool out there is. And I think that's really, it's called a vendor sprawl, where we try to create more solutions than we actually need.
And vendor sprawl leads to tech debt. And I think that you're nailing it right now, because the fact that you would want to you would ha- be forced to have to pay more in order to get what you need out of a solution, and pay someone else, a third party, to even manage it and lean on them for some outsourcing. That speaks to the big gap and the dilemma that we have, um, with what you're highlighting about the Microsoft comparison.
And people are trying to shore up that gap with AI, but honestly, AI is Google on steroids. It was never meant to solve problems. It's giving you a bunch of solutions it's found and kind of strung them together. I think the next tomorrow's savior of the day is quantum compute. People are sleeping on it, but the stuff that they're doing now is insane.
Quantum, quantum. Yeah, so I'm not versed on the quantum side of things. That is an area I recommend folks to get more information on, just the knowledge, the surface level knowledge, and then deep diving into areas that you could probably participate in the future. Uh, have you had much time to get into quantum?
Oh yeah, no, I've written a few papers, but if you're looking for people to really get familiar, the CIO of Cisco gave a probably a 40-minute presentation on quantum networking, and it's on YouTube. Just to see kind of the high level granular what that means. It's incredible. I mean, moving to zero lag time, and then with the Department of War announcing the new weaponry, where they literally talk about bending time and space with weapons. And I'm just like, yeah, because they've got this quantum compute in place. It's awesome.
Ooh, you know what? I've been doing. We're on episode 25 of this live. So every day I go live, and that what you just brought up came up in a previous live, and bending time and space is bananas, bro. The fabric
Yeah, no,
of our
quantum is
space is.
is mind-boggling, but how it works.
What's up, Skills? Welcome in, bro.
I think everything went quiet there.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Anyways, I just wanted to pop up and give you some, I don't know, kudos for doing what you're doing, uh, some fodder for your audience, and I'll go back to cycling the circuit to making sure my GRC is all in place.
There you go. Thanks for popping in. You're welcome back anytime.
Awesome.
What's up, Skills? I got a special guest coming through, and Skills, everyone, follow him. He will be a future special guest coming through, and we're trying to get Raz up here. We're having some issues. There's some privacy settings that we're working through. So once he pops back in after tweaking some of his settings, and you probably got some privacy settings too that I knew I couldn't at you on one of the posts that I did. So, but you can jump up here, so there's no issues there. So, how you doing, man?
Are you talking to
Yeah,
Raz?
yeah, oh, yeah. You. I don't have him up here yet.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Oh, okay. Now I'm good. Just hacking away. That's it. Just oh man,
While we're waiting, bro.
finding these different things on the network that people have misconfigured.
Yeah. So, without giving too much information, can you give us like um, some common misconfigurations that are like, do you see a lot of repeats coming through, or is it brand new each and every time?
Yeah, it's so for the most part when I'm using Shodan and I'm using scanning like the perimeter of whatever engagement I'm on, they have stuff on the outside that necessarily shouldn't be there. Like I found actually a EVM, so a Rapid 7 console on the outside through, so all the ports open, 130, 135, 445, everything's just open out there for anyone to attack. Uh, people using, they're using WordPress and they're using vulnerable plugins. They're not checking the plugins. Default, believe it or not, default passwords as well.
Default
Still using
passwords.
like there's like a Tomcat out there. So it it is really interesting to see as far as we've been with all of the technology that we've had, and SQL injection is still a thing. Um, People not knowing how to properly put a firewall in place, things of that nature. Now, 0 days and stuff I understand, but yeah, it's just complete misconfigurations is what we find all the time,
And
and it gets worse when it gets in the government. Uh, you would think that would be like one of the most secure, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, so that tool, did you say Shodan? What'd you say the tool?
Yeah. So Shodan, they have sensors. So if so on an engagement, like we'll just plug in whatever, like you could do it by company, you could do it by NetBlock. You throw that in there, and it shows like all the assets that are at least live or have been scanned within that NetBlock, and it'll show the ports, and it also do like some type of commands too. So if there's like SSH, it'll give you the version number, and so you can do a lot of passive reconnaissance without even actually touching the network to like map out your attack.
Dang.
So Shodan's a good one. We use Recon NG. I use a lot of open source tools and build tools with also MCP servers. We use those as well. What's the other ones that we use? Well, yeah, obviously Metasploit. There's Cloud Mapper. There's like a ton of tools. Like whenever we find, like there's always another specific tool for it. Bypassing authentication, you can use Evil Jinx. And fish. So we got Go Fish. Different types of like. Without going into all of the stuff, because I know I'll be talking with you guys later. We use everything that we can find. Uh, like even like so things from the dark web, breach list. Um, the there's a repository on the dark web that you have to be a member of to get into, but that's where all the good stuff is. So when the news like points out like, hey, we have this issue with Apache, like that's already been like a week old. So like I know I'm just talking about like all the different tools and the things that we use because I'm trying not to speak because I will be talking to you later, like next week. So just like a quick rundown of the stuff that we use and the misconfigurations that we see. Um,
No, I think it's good. It's
there's
good.
I've also come to find out there's a lot of people that really do not understand how to secure cloud. Yeah, the cloud. There's vulnerable GitLab. It's it's interesting to it from our perspective. We look at it like if you have this type of job, like you should know. That's just what we see because like if there's no reason for a vulnerability management console to ever touch the internet that way. Like someone had to make a huge mistake in order to get that out there. And we find it. And then when we go back to the higher ups, and they're like, "How did this get out there?" And this and that. They're telling the other guys because we're like on the call, and the things that you hear them say is like, "Oh well, I thought this was that, and we put this one. We implemented this one configuration. This is probably what happened, and yeah, it's oh god." It's a lot of stuff that we just look at on a daily basis that just makes us question, like, what is the other side of the house actually doing?
Bro, tell someone
How
can
long have you been in this
someone's yeah,
field?
can you answer that one?
Is that for me, Black Remy?
Yeah, can you answer that one, Skills?
Oh, what did you say? Uh,
Take over.
is it the one of how? Well, I've been hacking for like 20 years.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, I've been hacking for. I started off doing wireless hacking. That was the first thing. So using Aircrack, NG, and um, uh, pretty much all the Aircrack suite. Then they came out with BetterCap. BetterCap is also good for Bluetooth hacking and wireless hacking. Also, it has a C2 in it. Um, uh, so, what are the other things that I have? certs, CEH, OSCP, CRTO. I have a I have come to an A+ for back in the day, which in my opinion is still a really good cert for beginners.
Back in the day.
Yeah, but I've been doing this for a while.
What's I know
Now I
you're
was hacking when
established in
hacking
the
was
space,
easy.
but like what's coming up next for you, bro? What like any search that you're looking to acquire?
No, not really. I'm not really. Honestly, I'm not really big on certs. Like, cause, and this is just my personal opinion. Like, everybody get your certs for sure, get them. But for me, certs are like just to help you get a job. You know what I mean? Like, whatever HR is looking for. But I got those certs just because some of the places I went, they require me to have them. They're like, hey, you need to get this. And I went to when I go to DEF CON, there's a resume writing village. Well, not a village, but it's like a section. And they kind of tell you like, hey, get this cert, put this on there. Even if you don't have it, say you're doing this, whatever. And that kind of gets you in the door. So I've acquired a lot of certs that I don't use just due to trying to get to the top of the list of being hired.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I
Yeah,
think
but the good ones are honestly like for if you're going to go into red teaming. Oh, go ahead, bro. Sorry.
no. We're working with a massive delay over here, and Raz is trying to get it connected up too at the same time. So he's kind of in and out. So we're working on that in the background as well. So we may get him up soon, but in the meantime, I saw, and I appreciate you sharing that piece about the search. That's important for folks to know. But I saw a question in the chat from Shams. I thought it was a really good one. Can you are you able to share some experience whenever you've broken into a system and some of the most questionable things that you saw?
Uh, so the majority of the things that I've seen in getting it through is through them having misconfigurations in their web apps or using the default passwords. And I know it sounds like, why would they use default? Honestly, default passwords still exist. That's how come people are getting breached as much. And I've found WordPress being usually the entry point into almost any organization. Also, if they have PHP, I'm definitely gonna. That's going to the top of the list of things to hack. Because PHP is vulnerable, in my personal opinion. Like there's always a new exploit to it, and there's always like if you go to like exploit DB, type in PHP, and look at all the different exploits that it has for each version. Now you go to like there's a site called Default Passwords. Um, we found default passwords on people's their FTP servers, their SFTP servers. Um, like obviously, like if I'm going to do a brute force and I see SSH on the outside, I'll put root in there. Root ID. There's a couple more usernames, and you can use either the common list or RockU. And more than likely, if they don't have any kind of rate limiting, um, you could get in that way. And also, like most of that stuff is not being monitored. Like if it's on the outside, it's probably not being monitored as well. So that's another thing that I find a lot. Especially there's a new I forgot the CVE, but there's so regression is a SSH vulnerability. It's at a medium right now, but and the reason why it's at a medium is because it takes time to actually get into that system. But with time, you can. So until someone comes and improves the POC, it probably will still stay at the medium. But that's another thing. I see a lot of regression. There's a lot of people using the older IIS. I've actually seen well, there's 8.5 out. I know we're at 10 now, but I've seen down to seven and the sevens and everything like that, using old servers, 2008 servers, which are vulnerable to like the Eternal Blue or the Eternal Blue, and there's another Eternal Blue, Eternal Romance, just like by default. Then there's like the what's it, 2010, 2012. I'm just running off this stuff as I'm thinking. Like I'm just these are just things I see on a daily basis that's just boggles the mind.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, TikTok isn't popping up. Yeah, I was having issues with TikTok too as well. Well, they keep. I wouldn't agree into the term, so they kept popping up. It's a challenge. Yes, exactly. It right now, today, one of the LOBs that we have, I wrote up a finding a month ago, and that server is still on the public internet. And I told my boss today, I'm like, look, it's only a matter of time. Like, because they want us to do non-intrusive testings on certain things, like at certain time frames. Because like the window that I usually work in is like 8 p.m. to like 4 a.m. And they just, I don't know if they don't think it's important until it gets popped, but they don't want us to pop it. Like, and that's the thing about red teaming too, like the politics.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we don't want you to do this. Like, even if you see it just reported, I'm like, well, shouldn't the vulnerability management team be doing this? You know?
Yeah. Hey, bro. I think we have a plan here. So I'm gonna go. I gotta drop you for just a second. I'm gonna get Raz up here. And my method of doing that, I have to switch to co-hosting. Sure. I'm not gonna end the live, but I'm just gonna drop you, bro, just for a quick second, and then get this guest up here because we got only 30 minutes before I even got to shake out of here too. So I'm gonna try to move very fast.
Yes, sir. Oh, and sorry for the rambling.
No, it's not. It's not, bro. It's not. It's not. Not at all. If y'all can hear me, I am going to add Raz as a co-host, but this is going to get a little tricky because we're trying to do this on the fly right now. So just bear with me here, and should be pretty quick. What's up, Cyber MB? What's good, Black? Thanks for hanging out with us. Sorry for the technical difficulties. And I don't see him yet, y'all. I don't see him yet. I don't know. We're gonna try to pivot real quick. Nope. I don't see him, y'all. I don't see him. It looks like he just ended his live too. And so there's some clear like privacy blocking issues here. I think for the sake of time, and I want to hear Skills' story. I want a specific time with Skills. I'm gonna call it today, y'all. I'm gonna call it today. We couldn't get this going, and we tried to pivot real quick, and it didn't happen the way I was looking forward to it happening. So that's what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna end the live for today. I'm gonna reconnect with Raz. We're gonna do some testing. We're gonna make sure that whatever kinks we're running into, we're gonna get that figured out. So I do apologize that we couldn't talk about the purple Timmy. We got some action from Skills. Skills got us right, and Skills is coming through very soon. Everyone, check my profile, see what lineup that we have, and I'll work in the background and try and remedy this privacy issue that we may be running into with Raz's appearance. We got to get him back up here. And in fact, here's what I'll do. If you're still listening. I'll work with Raz and I'll see what his availability looks like, figure out the kinks, make sure it's working, and then we will schedule a very soon date if he's available. A very soon date it may be a date that may be out of my normal schedule. So I'll make sure it happens quick. So I'm gonna end it for now, but I'll see you all, and peace out. Like that. No. We're gonna get rid. No.
good.
Bro, Plan
Just
B.
joined.
You just switched to Plan B, man, and I couldn't figure out how to get to Plan B.
Okay, good.
You
So,
you have to
yeah,
host it. You have to host it.
apparently.
Let.
Apparently.
Oh man.
Welcome, man.
Hey, look, we might have to redo this just to give you more time, bro. And also, um, now that we figured out this piece, where, bro, where are you located?
Oh, I am Nigerian, and that wasn't obvious, right? I don't think
Yeah,
I speak about my country that much. I just talk cybersecurity.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that was
Nigerian.
okay. So and we were dealing with a huge lag over there too on my end. So I'm not sure what was happening. Um, hey, when
Let's we can make this maybe tomorrow.
okay.
Let's make this tomorrow. Let's say 8 p.m. Does 8 p.m. my time work for you? That way I'm done praying all my prayers. I'm Muslim too, so I normally like pray 5 times.
Let me do some
I just
math
want
real
to pray that
quick.
out. Yeah. So at least I'm done with all my 5 daily prayers then, and then we can talk all night. I don't even care. Then I can spare all night to talk about football team and whatnot.
Yeah. Are you doing are you GMT plus 5?
GMT. I don't even know how the time works. Just tell me, where are you? Your state. I can.
Eastern, North Carolina.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now.
Yeah. So we are. It's currently 6:38 p.m. here, and it's 12:38 over there. So
Okay.
6 hours. So that'll be 2 p.m. your time.
Okay.
8 p.m. will be 2 p.m. your time.
Let me
Does that
check.
work for you?
Yeah, let me
Tomorrow.
check. Let me check. Doom, 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 doom. Tomorrow's the 27th, 2 p.m. Yeah, let's rock and roll, bro. Let me get I'll get a flyer out there for 2 p.m. and then we will get back out there. But this time you will start your live and then I'll join in.
All right, all right. I will make it a video. I'm not even currently at home because I was thinking it wasn't gonna hold again. So I actually came back like to see like my mom and stuff, talk to them. So I got back home. I'm not even at my apartment. That's why I made it audio.
Okay,
So
it's
tomorrow
okay.
after I'm gonna place with everything. So we'll
It's
talk.
it's all good, bro. I think it'll be a great talk tomorrow, and thanks for figuring this out because I didn't know what next steps we needed to take, but this is a good solution.
All right, man. It's all good. So
Yep,
I'll text you. We'll talk tomorrow.
that'll work. Yep,
I
yep.
will text you my WhatsApp too, so you can chat
Bet.
me up there if you're not
Perfect.
online.
Perfect,
All right,
bro. All right, I'll catch you.
all right, man.
Have a good one. All right, bye.
A freaking love.
Bro, start your live, start a co-host situation. Turn on co-host.